Good morning, grade 7s, and welcome to your 11th EMS lesson. Today, we are going to look at different types of businesses that we get. And before we get there, let's first define what is a business. So, a business is any form of selling or purchasing goods and services with the aim to make a profit. So whenever you are selling goods, you are delivering a service, then you are classified as a business. Why? Because your main aim is to make as much profit possible. Now, doesn't matter whether you deliver goods or you deliver services. We can classify businesses into two sections, and the two sections is called the formal businesses and the informal businesses. Formal businesses is legally registered and they pay tax. So a formal business is registered at the government, is registered, and legally it may operate selling or delivering goods and services, and they also pay tax on their income that they receive. Formal businesses also have a fixed address. They operate more or less from the same place every time. If you go there today, tomorrow, in a year's time, you will find them there. If we look here at the bottom, you will see different examples. Some of our famous formal businesses in our country is KFC, Pep, Pick n Pay, McDonald's, and also Clicks. But guys, you get many formal businesses. Now, let's look at the characteristics of a formal business. Like I already said, it's registered with SARS and it pays tax. So you have to register your business at SARS if you want to start a formal business. The second one, it operates under the law of the country. In other words, you have to comply with a lot of laws provided from the government. You cannot do what you want to do. You cannot treat your employees the way you want to treat them because there's a lot of laws that you need to follow. Trading hours, minimum wage, how you pay your employees, etc. It operates during normal working hours. You know that they will maybe be open from 9 to 5 and it will be open for the rest of the week, 9 to 5. Maybe on weekends they only operate, let's say, from 9 to 2 and Sundays 9 to 2, or maybe public holidays they will be closed. But you can go there every day and you will find that they will work their normal, regular working hours. Formal business also pays salaries and wages according to the minimum requirements coming from the government. It also pays income tax to the government on profits made. So in other words, a percentage of the money that you receive as a profit must go back to the government. That is one of the laws of the country. And because you are registered as SARS to pay tax, you have to give a percentage back to the government. Just like normal workers, employees pay income tax on their salaries, same with businesses. You pay tax on your profits. It has a formal place of operation with a structure for all employees. It has a fixed address. It doesn't move around. And it has a structure for all employees. In other words, there's top managers, middle managers, and also lower managers. There's different types of structures and employees, different departments, admin, marketing, finances, HR, production, etc. If we look at examples of formal businesses, doctors, they deliver a service. ShopRite, where you go buy groceries. Big factories and hairdressers, Guys, there's a lot of examples of businesses that needs to be registered. They need to be registered with SARS. They have a fixed address. They operate during usual working normal hours. If we look at the advantages and the disadvantages of owning a formal business, you will see that one of the biggest advantages that it's very easy to get business loans on credit. Because you have a lot of assets, you are credit worthy, banks will easily loan you money. Why? Because you have proof that the business is registered. You have proof that there's money coming in. You have proof that there's assets on your name. And then you are not such a high risk to banks or financial institutions. That's why formal businesses will easily get loans and credit, because the risk is not that high. They know where to get you, they know your address, they know your details and everything. They have access to a large consumer market. Formal businesses have a lot of consumers. If you just look at McDonald's, you guys know how popular McDonald's is. They have a lot of clients going there, supporting them, buying from them. They attract better workers. It's safe for workers to apply at a formal business because they know they will get minimum wage. They know there's structures in place. They know they have a fixed address. They know that they have to apply all the laws, so they will treat you the way they were supposed to treat you. They have access to legal support. They create jobs and contribute to the economy. Formal businesses create a lot of jobs also, and they contribute to the economy in the form of employment, money coming in and going out, tax. So that is a very good thing for our economy. And also tax helps the country to operate. Like you guys already know, with the tax money, the government provides us public goods and services. They help us to provide education, water, sanitation, electricity, roads, hospitals. So that is what they then do with the taxes that the formal businesses pay. The disadvantage is it's extremely expensive to register and start a formal business. There's also a lot of franchises like KFC, McDonald's, Mr. Price, Edgar's, Woolworths. It's chain stores. You find them in basically all the big towns. It's very expensive. It costs millions. And also the registration process to register these businesses is quite a lot of money and a lot of paperwork and admin that needs to be completed before you can eventually start your business. There's a lot of administration, like I said, a lot of documentation and rules that you need to comply with before you can open. Paying tax increased costs, so you have to pay a lot of tax, so it's actually decreasing your money that you will have left at the end, which is not so good. Owners should have some training in the business management. You are formally managing a team of employees, so you must have training. You must have skills in order to manage this business successfully, to manage the employees, so that everyone knows exactly what are they doing, what is expected from them, and so on. Informal businesses is the total opposite. Informal businesses is not legally registered and they do not pay tax. These businesses don't have a fixed address. It's like our spaza stores or our street vendors. If you look here at the bottom, you will see examples of informal businesses. These people don't have a fixed address. They move around. They are also not registered, which means they don't contribute to the economy in the form of tax, but they do contribute to the economy by providing a lot of entrepreneurship and job opportunities. It is not registered with SARS to pay tax, so the government can't force them to give some of them their profits. Usually they are not registered because they don't actually receive such high amounts of profit or income. It's not high enough for them to register and to pay at SARS. It does not pay income tax to the government on profits made. They are not monitored by the government. Wages are low and workers can be exploited. It can allow people with less skills to start their own business, which is amazing. You don't need any skills. You don't have to only work in the formal sector. You can be an entrepreneur. You can start your own spaza shop, or you can be a street vendor. You can be your own entrepreneur, and you don't have to be registered. You don't have to pay that large amount of money to get all the administration done. You can start your own business. You can create your own success. Examples: spaza shop, hawkers, car guards, private markets, people selling maybe fruits on the road at the robots. Any small shop will then be classified under the informal sector. Normally the informal sector consists of a lot of unskilled employees. They did not go to tertiary institutions to study or get a degree. Those type of people you will get in the formal sector. Advantages and disadvantages. Like I said, it's not expensive to start. You basically don't need anything. You don't register. You don't pay to register. You don't pay for your building. You don't pay. You don't give money to SARS. So you can literally wake up tomorrow morning, buy something and sell it, and there you create your own informal sector. You can literally wake up tomorrow morning, make muffins, sell it to your friends, get R5 a muffin, and you are part of the informal business sector. They do not pay income tax. In other words, they don't pay tax on the profit that they've made, but they also don't pay tax on their personal salary, their income that they receive. They can employ anybody without paying minimum wage because there's no laws that restrict them. They can decide what's the amount of money they want to pay anyone that's maybe working for them. Doesn't need a formal building. Like I said, you can operate anywhere you would like to. Disadvantages: it's very difficult for you to grow your business because you don't get a lot of capital money in. It's difficult for you to expand and be trustworthy and rely on the future. Like I said, today you sell here, tomorrow you sell there. Maybe people walk around in the streets selling stuff. It is against the law because it doesn't pay tax. Yes. And then it's also difficult to get financial loans. Like I said, the risk now is too high for banks. They don't have any security. You don't pay tax, so they don't have any information. You don't have a fixed address, a building. Your business is not growing. Your income is very small. So financially, it's a very high risk for banks to give you large amount of money or loans because the risk is too high. They don't have any security because you don't have a fixed address. You don't even have a bank account. You don't have any financial records. So they don't have anything to fall on. You don't own any assets. So that's why it's very difficult to get financial loans. Banks don't trust the informal sector. Okay guys, that's it for today. Please complete the form that I will also attach on the slideshow in the PDF presentation. Please click on week 11. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. If there's any questions, please WhatsApp me. Have a great day and can't wait to see you next week.